What is up, everybody, and welcome aboard the Fantasy Fast Track today. Today we're talking about the truth, and that is the truth of the King, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is slowly tapering back to reality. He isn't quite the monster that he has been in previous years, but I still think he's somebody you can pick up. You're picking him up in the second round, maybe third round if he falls that far, but Derrick Henry should still receive a large amount of volume this year. And the good news is last year they started to involve him in the passing game just a little bit, so he may get another 40, maybe 50 if you're really lucky receptions this year. So that gives you that little bit of boost in the half PPR leagues. And I still think he's going to get probably around 250 to 275 carries this year. My concern with him isn't necessarily his age. I know that is an issue, and then he has had a large amount of volume, but I just like the wide receivers that are going in Derrick Henry's range. So, I mean, if he fell mid-third round and my pick came up again, then yeah, I'd probably pick him up. But other than that, with Derrick Henry, I just like the wide receivers. Like I like, let's see, who would be going in that round? Amon-Ra might be going there. He's probably getting picked up a little bit earlier. You got Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, the second-year wide receivers. And believe it or not, I usually will pick up like Keenan Allen before Derrick Henry as far as wide receivers go. But that's just my preference. But Derrick Henry should see a large amount of volume, and he still has an opportunity to be a top 5 running back this year. I don't see him reaching RB number 1 this year, but that is just because I think the Titans are going to be a struggling offense this year. With DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to be somebody that will help move the chains a little bit. But Derrick Henry has always been somebody that will find himself in the end zone, so he could get 15 plus touchdowns, a few more receptions this year, and he still would finish as your RB5 this year. He is a great opportunity to get, but like I said, I like the wide receivers there just a little bit more, and so that's what I tend to go to when I'm drafting. I'm not saying not draft him, but I tend to taper my expectations with him this year because I'm just concerned that you just don't want to be holding the bag, and everybody's been saying that for the last few years, that the wheels might fall off. But I just like picking up wide receivers in that round more than Derrick Henry, and that's really all there is to it. And you may like Derrick Henry more than the wide receivers there. You may want a running back there, so it's just up to you. There really is no extreme downside for Derrick Henry. His effectiveness and efficiency as a rusher has dipped just a little bit, but I also think that is because the offensive line that he's been playing behind has slowly been just kind of falling apart, and they're in a rebuilding season, not just for the Titans, but with their offensive line. I think they're trying to find as much help as they can there for Derrick Henry, but he's still going to be the focal point of that offense. Even with DeAndre Hopkins showing up there, I think that they're still just going to rush and run the ball and really execute in the play action game there. So Derrick Henry will be heavily involved, and he's a good wide receiver to pick up. Yeah, that's about it for him. Thank you guys for watching. If you got value from this, please hit that subscribe button. As far as the description below, I will have a link to the playlist where I'm going through the top 60 Fantasy Pros draft rankings and kind of breaking them down so you can get a little bit extra tidbit before your drafts that are coming up. Hopefully it will guide you just a little bit more towards that fantasy championship. Take care.